NintendoGBR fans and followers alike, hope you're all well. Well, today is November the 9th, 2016. It is a Wednesday, and today I have received my Nintendo Entertainment System all over again. Well, actually, it's called the Nintendo Classic Mini, and it's a plug-and-play console. But I got it 2 days early. Hooray! So I'm going to quickly do an unboxing for you. Now, I know that there's loads of people that have done unboxing videos, but as far as I know, nobody as of yet has talked about the free keychain that they got from Nintendo. Ooh, very nice. And also, nobody, as far as I know yet, has done this. So I just kind of wanted to differentiate myself from the pack. I'll just pick that up. Okay, so without further ado, let's unbox this. I've literally just got this, just arrived. It's a nice, compact little box, a lot smaller than I thought it would be, and I thought it was going to be quite small. Probably I'd say as big as an N64 box and then a little bit more. So let me just see if these things are sealed. That's not, thank Christ. So let's open this up as nicely as we can, because you know I like a nice box. Okay, so let's first and foremost have a look at the box art. So, first things first, your standard pack shot. I'm sure you've all seen this online now. On the top, again, very standard. It's been made very similar to the original NES console, which I've also got an unboxing video of on my site, so please check it out. On the side, all the usual spiel, all the different languages. Again, on the bottom, all very dull stuff. But I know that there are people that are out there that enjoy looking at this kind of stuff. And then the back, again, all very straightforward, telling you the kinds of games that we've got. Faxanadu, which I've never played. Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario Brothers, which I have boxed. Also check out on my channel. Okay, so to what we got in the box itself. Well, we have some operating instructions, which I can imagine are going to be quite straightforward. What else do we have? Oh, this is interesting. In the back, let's get this out. We have now got a new reward system. I'm going to cover the code up so you can't see my code, but if you see here, we now have My Nintendo points. Join My Nintendo and get rewards. This says 300 platinum points. So they've now brought back their own reward system. So that's quite interesting. That's the first time I've seen one of those. Okay, so carrying on, we have obviously the console itself, which is very tightly packed. I get some purchase here. Okay, so here we go. Very exciting. This is incredibly small. Wow, that is super cool. That is really, really cool. Don't think this opens, does it? No, it doesn't open. The buttons still work though. And obviously we can see we've got the controller ports. I've heard that they're quite short, but I'm not too concerned about that. But it's incredibly small. And then we have the HDMI out and your DC in. And then the bottom of the console is incredibly similar to the NES. It's all very similar, and it's beautiful. It's lovely. I mean, I have quite large hands, so if I hold that in my hand, you can see that it's actually really small. So that's the console. In here, that is the HDMI, I believe. No, this is the controller. So again, incredibly similar to your NES controller. I actually think I have an NES controller to hand. So I'm going to check, and if I haven't, I'm just going to come back. So just give me a moment. And I really do. So if you heard in the rustling here is an original NES controller. This is an original, and here below is the new one. So from what I can see, they're almost identical. Are they the same size? Let's do back to back. Yes. Yes, they are. They are exactly the same. The only difference being is that the new one has an incredibly short cord and the old Nintendo console has quite a long cord. That was handy for comparisons purposes. Okay. So there we go. And then we have your HDMI cable, which comes standard, plug and play. And then we have your USB cord. Now I actually bought a standalone plug, not for myself but for somebody else. I bought one for as a gift because I'm worried about the length of the cables and stuff like that. But there you have it. That is the unboxing of the NES Classic Mini, whatever you want to call it. You have the console, you have the power cord, you have the HDMI lead. And remember, these babies are going to be like selling like hotcakes. They've all sold out at the moment. And the next batch of stock, I'm pretty certain has sold out. I've already seen NES Mini Classic selling for £99 online. So if you have one and you want to make a bit of extra money, sell it. And if you want to keep it like I am, then play it. I'm now going to plug this into my TV and I'm going to record just a little bit for you so you can see what the interface is like. Thank you very much for watching. This has been NintendoGBR and I am now signing out. Goodbye. Okay, so a quick look at the interface here. Just by pressing select we can go by release date or publisher. The games: Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climber, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Adventure, Mario Brothers, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Pac-Man, Punch-Out, Star Tropic, Super C, Super Mario Brothers 1, 2 and 3, Temco Bowl and Legend of Zelda 1 and 2. Then you can look at the displays. You can change CRT, 4.3, you can also have Pixel Perfect. You can look at the settings. And you also have languages, legal notices, ooh, those scary things, and then we have manuals, all really exciting stuff. It looks really smart though. So let's take a look at some games. So we're going to start off with Gradius. Now, when I got this, I genuinely thought it was something called Life Force Salamander. Upon playing Gradius, it definitely is not Life Force Salamander, although there is a huge amount of similarities. So if you want to help me out and tell me what is different, I'd love to know. Okay, so Double Dragon, The Revenge. I used to enjoy playing this on a weekday with my friend, and we would play this religiously. It was one of the funnest games I think I can recall. And I remember when he told me he's Double Dragon, I was like, are you being serious? And he was like, yeah, come on mine after school and we're going to play Double Dragon. And it was just so much fun. You both had your NES controllers, you clunked them in, you was just sat on I suppose we were perched on the side of the bed, and then it was time for Double Dragon. And you were the main character, and you used to just go around kind of battering people in a kind of Streets of Rage kind of guise. I suppose this was before Streets of Rage, and Streets of Rage may well have taken some of what this game had to offer, but very straightforward game. But it was so much fun when you was playing with somebody, and I suppose that's why multiplayer is so successful. So yeah, Double Dragon 2. Now, I can't do this without talking about Super Mario Brothers. I'm not going to go mad on this. I just thought you've got to do that first level. I remember playing this in Dixon's. It was like an electrical retailer. And when this first came out, and when you got the mushroom and you got big, I remember thinking, hold on, if I've just got the mushroom and I've got big, which was amazing, then if I get another mushroom, I'm going to be even bigger. But to my surprise, you got this kind of like flashing flower that allowed you to kind of shoot fire out of your hand. I was quite disappointed by that, but then obviously, you know, as I understood the game, I thought, okay, this makes sense. But yeah, the game that really started it all for so many of us, including myself, Super Mario Brothers, and what fun I used to have playing this game. What fun. Lots of game rage as well, but looks really lovely on the new televisions as well, really crisp. So I'm quite happy about that. Now I'm going to change to the CRT filter just to show you the difference. I quite like the CRT filter, and I'm going to use it on Legend of Zelda. And if you can see it right there, this gives it that look like how you remember. Now the important part was naming your character. So I thought I'd go with a regular one, and thought, I know, I'll call him Rope Face, because obviously everybody called their character Rope Face. And again, the game that started them all. Who remembers this? It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Thank you, old man. I'll take your sword and kill you in the process. He kind of looks like he does kill him, but I think it's supposed to be that he is a wizard. And who can forget, or who can't forget, the noise that sword made when you shot it? And they used to use this sound effect in the Legend of Zelda cartoon, which I will try and upload at some point, that same noise, and you don't really hear it that often. I hope to hear that again in Breath of the Wild. I would like that. And then another of my personal favourites, Castlevania. I've left the CRT mode on for this one. I did try it out in Pixel Perfect and I didn't like it, so I reverted to the CRT. And again, this was a game I had very early on with my NES. If you see this kind of statue here, which I'm just stopping by, it reminded me of a snowman, and I always wondered what that was. I used to wonder, are you a snowman? I don't think they were, but what were they? What are they? So yeah, I used to kind of walk into the castle, and I kind of remember playing these again with my friends, and it was kind of like, it was quite a hard game. Any Castlevania, as you know, is a hard game, but as a kind of 7 or 8 year old playing this game, maybe 8 or 9 maybe, it was a terrific game to play. It kind of eased you in, but as it progressed, it got a lot harder. You see some of my skills there, just knowing that was going to jump down there. I remember that some people used to find this game, the first level, just too difficult, too much of a hard game. But yeah, I fell in love with this, and I own this and played this to death. I don't think I ever completed it. Oh, look, all coming back to me, the secret. Never spent your money in this, which was a shame. But Castlevania, again, very, very, very solid games. And the level of difficulty on these games doesn't escape me. If young people play this game, I suppose, I'm assuming that everybody has played these kind of games, but the difficulty level on some of these games on the NES Classic Mini are going to test you out. If you think you're a good gamer, then you best be ready to be surprised, because to this day, some of the games on here, including Mega Man, is solid. And also, I wouldn't mind playing Final Fantasy, because I've played Final Fantasy VII, but I haven't played number 1. And so one of my favourites, Punch-Out. I never owned it, but I was a huge fan of Super Punch-Out and the Punch-Out on the Wii. And I also recently, I think, downloaded this on my 3DS. And I just wanted to just put this last part in here for Punch-Out, because it was such a fun game to play. It was all kind of about figuring out what your opponent was going to do next. And those of you that aren't familiar with kind of like these kind of games, they can be slightly irritating from the start. You think that you kind of are just going to come and just beat somebody up, but it's all about learning their movement and about how their special moves are. This guy is obviously Gabby J. I don't think he is called Gabby J, but Gabby J obviously starts in Super Punch-Out. I want to say he's in the new one on the Wii. Can't recall, but he's your kind of classic easy character which just kind of eases you into the game, and I suppose, yeah, this gives you a feel for what to expect. But look, you've heard lots of my voice, so I'm going to allow you to enjoy the last minute or so of me playing Punch-Out. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have any comments, if you think the videos are a bit too long, then let me know. Quite happy to edit them down. But then I also know there's an audience out there that quite enjoy just sitting back and watching these videos on their PlayStations, their Xboxes, their Wii U's, and that's why I leave some more gameplay footage in. But this is NintendoGBR, and I'm signing off. Thanks very much for watching.